Here we go. 6. No, 5. Okay, it's 5 and there's a bonus one. So it's 6. So the title says 5. I don't know what's happening. These are very practical tips for actually writing lyrics for songs. I love writing songs. It is perhaps my literal favorite thing to do, but I'm very good at sitting down, feeling very inspired and motivated, and then getting up 15 minutes later and have written 0 lyrics. I also am good at not being inspired and motivated and just playing Diablo 3 for like 45 minutes and not writing any lyrics. However, over the last many years, I have gotten better and better at sitting down to write lyrics, whether I am inspired or not, and actually having some usable lyrics, thanks mostly to these 5, 6 tips. Tip number 1, avoid the hard, complete rhymes. I don't know what they're actually called, but like love and dove. I'm not saying don't ever use them, but don't have that be your default. Have your default be where the words just kind of rhyme, where like the middle, like the vowel sound rhymes. I think they're called vowel rhymes, but I'm not entirely sure. So for example, let's say the line to your song was, her look was cold. So you go, okay, cold. So I can rhyme like mold, told, fold, bold. Great. I'm telling you, if you use those rhymes, for one, it's going to sound very obvious and predictable and kind of has really a lot of potential to sound kind of corny and immature. Sometimes, not always. If you just go for that O sound, you have a lot more options and it sounds much more conversational, much more natural. So let's just take that line, her look was cold. You could say, her look was cold, it took me home. And you're like, Stuart, my name's Stuart, by the way, hello. You're like, home and cold don't rhyme at all. Yeah, I mean, cold, home, they don't sound like it, but in the context of a song, I'm telling you, those are gonna rhyme. You go, blah, 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 her look was cold, her fleece was white as snow, and then we've sent and found a home, and then we are good to go. I added an extra rhyme. That was a bad example. Forget I said anything. But my point being, cold and home rhyme. Okay, and then here's what makes it even better, is if you can do a double vowel rhyme. So if her look was icy cold, you might go, great, that rhymes with spicy mold. Icy cold, spicy mold. I'm good to go. I'm going to recommend against the spicy mold. What about, so spicy I, so we need an I sound. So what about instead of spicy mold, we said find a home. Her look was icy cold, find a home. Do you see what I'm getting at? Now, how do you find these partial little vowel rhymes? You just you can probably just look up vowel rhymes cold and it'll give you a big list, but just go okay, just make a list of all of the words you can think of with an O sound in the middle. Home, tome, and there's also obviously multiple syllable words. This is hard. Writing lyrics is hard. I'm gonna give up. My favorite thing about this tip is that after I've written something, I'm way less embarrassed reading it over or showing it to someone else. When it's just filled with those really strong, obvious rhymes, it feels immature to me. But when it's got those vowel rhymes, it just feels more organic and more, I guess I like it more. Is that what I'm trying to say? Tip number 2, take a song that you like that already exists and use that as the template for your lyrics. So write down the lyrics to a song that already exists and just kind of go line by line. Don't copy their words, but maybe copy the number of syllables in each line, maybe copy the rhythm a little bit, and then probably the biggest thing is copy their rhyming scheme. If they have a line that rhymes, a line that rhymes, a line that rhymes, then a line that doesn't rhyme, copy that. But if they have just 4 lines in a row that have a word in the middle that rhyme, try copying that. So it can be any song. It can be jingle bells, jingle all the way. You go, okay, great. So jingle bells, dum, bum, bum. It's a 3-syllable thing and they repeat it twice. So I'm going to start my song with icy cold, icy cold. There. See, look, I'm doing it already, guys. I'm on fire today. That one is my favorite tip for just getting started. If I just sit down with a piece of paper and I'm like, I don't know what to do, I start by just writing the lyrics to a different song and then just making my own version of it. Almost always it takes a total left turn and turns into something completely different, but that one's great for getting me started. Tip number 3. Okay. This one's the worst one. I mean, it's probably the most valuable, but it's the most generic one, which is, I say that as a default, don't tell how you feel. But Uncle Stuart, all my songs are about how I feel. Yeah, I know. I didn't say don't write songs about how you feel. I said don't tell how you feel. So basically, we don't want to turn the song into a diary entry. There are some great songs that are basically just diary entries, but you have kind of two options to express how you feel without just describing your feelings. One is using metaphors. We all know this. It's songwriting 101. So if you feel alone, then you write a song about a rock sitting in the middle of a desert all by itself with no other rocks around, right? So that's just you take something that symbolizes how you feel and you describe that thing. So you say, miles of sand, a lone figure stands, the rock of the ages, and everybody's fine. That was not great, but you get my point. Then the other thing you can do, shut up, God, that rock metaphor sucked. Here's the thing, I didn't pre-plan out examples because I felt like that was cheating. And then so I come up with the rock in the desert thing. It's hard to come up with metaphors, it's hard. So the other option that I like to do, if I come up with a great metaphor for how I feel, great, but that's such a challenge. So what I like to do is if I am feeling a certain way, let's say I am feeling let's just go with lonely. I'm feeling very lonely. I will just describe the things that I do or the things that I see when I am feeling lonely. So I might describe my bedroom door closed. Or I might describe it open with nothing coming through it, right? I might, what are some things that I would do if I was feeling lonely? I might be sitting at a table with 3 empty chairs, right? I might be watching TV, I don't know. Okay. Or my favorite way to do this is to pick something very specific that I do when I'm feeling a certain way. And even if it doesn't make a ton of sense, if it means something to you and it's honest, I think it's still gonna work pretty well to kind of get your feelings into the song. For example, when I'm feeling not great, I might drive right past my exit. You go well, that's where my home is, but I'm just gonna keep going because what's there for me at home? I'm just gonna keep driving. That might make sense to people, might not. But I think saying I drove right past my exit a lot of the time will work better in a song than I feel so sad and alone. Tip number 4, another tip for getting started, because that previous tip kind of sucked. It was very broad, very general, not especially helpful. This one is extremely helpful. The 5-word challenge. Write down the overall message of a song in 5 words exactly. So, people only do bad things. There we go. Write a song about that. Let's come up with another one. How about all my friends are dumb? There we go. Let's come up with one more. I think that Disneyland rules. Okay, let's do one more. Let's try to do a serious one. My world is too small. Oh, that hit kind of, uh-oh. Feels like I actually need to write a song about that one. So here's what I recommend with this. Sit down and write 10 of these. Or actually, let's just go with 5. 5 of the 5-word challenges. Just sit down and make 5 5-word song ideas. don't like edit yourself. Just write them down. Just do it quick and do it in like 5 minutes or less, 3 minutes even. Hey, you know what? You could do it in dos minutes. That's Spanish for 2. I'm surprised you didn't know that. And then later on, it could be the next day, or heck, it could be 10 minutes later. Come back and reread them. You'll probably go, that one sucks, that one sucks, that one sucks. This one is good. Disneyland does rule. And then you gotta actually write the song. But that's just kind of getting the juices flowing. God, my least favorite phrase, and I use it all the time. Get my juices flowing, you guys. Tip number 5, the last tip, but not actually the last tip, because I told you there's a bonus tip. And I actually like the bonus tip, but I think a lot of you guys are not going to like it. So tip number 5 is I would make a list of phrases that you are not allowed to start your song with. If you're anything like me, there are certain phrases that you just find yourself jumping on and grabbing and putting there immediately. You go, I'm just gonna write from the soul. I'm just gonna write how I feel. It's gonna be the best song ever. And I write, I don't know how to feel. I don't know what this means. I say, I don't know. I start a lot of songs with that, and it's always bad. Or I'll say, this feeling of loss, this feeling of love, whatever. Always bad when I do that. I also, do you know what else I do a lot? I'll write something about waves. I'll say like, the waves come crashing in. I do that a lot, and it's always dumb. So I have a list of probably 10 things, and I go, never allowed to start with this. And I recommend that I don't know, I feel, this feeling, all of those, get rid of them. Get rid of them. In fact, I challenge you to not start a song with the word I, as in me, not Stuart, you. You can start a song with you. I think songs that start with you are pretty good. Name one song that starts with the word you. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Classic song, one of the best. Bonus tip! There are 4 words that I recommend you use generously. Don't be afraid of these words. And these words are, hey, ooh, yeah, and no. Listen to one of your favorite songs and listen for those 4 words. Chances are they are in there. You put a yeah at the end of a line. You say her look was icy cold, yeah. Her look was icy cold, ooh. I'm not joking. Those words go a long way, because here's the thing. You guys ever heard the thing about less is more? Like with lyrics, if you write a ton of lyrics, most of the time it's going to be too much, unless you're Arctic Monkeys. They can do a lot of lyrics somehow. But for most songwriters, the fewer lyrics you use, the better. And by adding in the hey and the ooh and the yeah, you can write more melody, and you can keep things moving without just overwhelming the listener with extra words. So here's what I think is great. This is one of my favorite things to do with those 4 words. Is you have a chorus to the song. Like, let's say your song is called Flying High, okay? That's stupid. Now let's come up with something better. How about your song is called Turn the Page? These are all terrible. I hate everything. Your song is called Still Here. You love it. It's your favorite song title you've ever come up with. The lyrics are all about going out and looking for love, but then you're still here. Okay, so something like that. What about if your lyrics are telling a whole story, but then during the verses, but then when you get to the chorus, what if the lyrics were just ooh, 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 I'm still here, ooh, 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 still here. I'm not even joking. Like, if you say it like that, if the song goes ooh, 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 I'm still here, it's probably not going to win you any Grammys. But hey guys, question. Do Grammys mean anything? I'm asking for a friend. Also, I'm serious. Genuine question. But what I was going to say is, if you sing it and it fits with the song, that ooh, 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 still here can be extremely effective. I'm still here, yeah. Ooh, ooh, hey, yeah, no, I'm still here. See, we're on to something. All right. I think that's it. I think those are my tips. You know, when I read them all out loud like that, they don't sound that good, but I swear to goodness gosh, I use these tips for myself, and they help so much. But of course, guys, just like any other skill, writing lyrics takes practice. So the only thing that's truly going to set your lyric bird free is determination, grit, perseverance, ineptitude, inadequacy. Live long and prosper, guys. My name's Stuart. It's been real. I hope you like my green pencil, and I'm going to Colorado tomorrow.